Hey there, it's Mr. Cartoon Head, and I'm stepping in, as usual, for that other guy who will be here any second with a very, very important message. Thank you, Mr. Cartoon Head. I always appreciate those goofy little introductions. So this is an important message for you if you're a student at the University of Houston at the BayRock College of Business. We're working on the Credit Crush assignment, and there are some questions came in. And I want to answer those questions. So if you're not logged into your BayRock financial planning portal with Right Capital, you may want to do that as we go through this. I put a couple of highlights about the Credit Crush assignment, the purpose of the assignment, and it's really designed to help you understand the cost of credit and to get to play with a few of the debt strategies, the credit payment strategies that we have available through the planning portal. So hopefully this assignment is really giving you an idea of how expensive it is to have credit and credit card fees, especially interest rates as they're going up. So anyway, we put some information in this post at missionalmoney.com where this video will be posted. And so I'm going to jump into, I've got a couple of questions from students. The first question comes from Melina. Melina, I appreciate you sending over a screenshot of your planning portal and the issue that you're having. You say that you're messaging me regarding your debt management portal on your assignment. You followed the videos and you were wondering if you did something wrong. Seems like there is not any data. So I'll jump into your plan and see if we can figure that out here in a minute. And then the next question comes from Brandon. Brandon, you're working on your Credit Crush assignment as well. And you said you set up your mortgage, your car payment, and your credit card debt. But when you view the debt management tab, it expects you to pay the mortgage back within a month. So obviously that's really wrecking your cash flows and your financial plan. So there's your screenshot. And again, I appreciate you giving me a really good question. You sent me a PDF and I grabbed this, the image that you gave me. So let's jump in and see if we can figure this out. We'll start with Melina. I'm going to just jump over to Right Capital and I'll go into your plan. So let me do that now. Okay, so here we are, Melina, inside of your plan, and your question was, let me go back and just make sure I have your question clear. I'm looking here at your debt management portal. You followed the videos and you were wondering if you did something wrong. So your question's not really clear in terms of what your problem is or what it is you're trying to solve. But let me just go in and see if you did something, how it looks. So the first thing I see is you've set up your loan. You have a mortgage loan. And you have property with no value because it shows that you're renting and you don't own. So you own, if you have a mortgage, I'm assuming that you want to you've created the liability. The mortgage loan would be in your financial plan. It would be considered a liability because it's a loan. But you didn't create the asset. So when you built your data card for the property, you're saying that you rent. So you're going to want to go in and fix that. That's not going to work. And as far as your loan looks, as far as the data card for your mortgage, you've got your mortgage loan. You have it set up as the mortgage type, mortgage. That's good. So that all seems fine. But again, you're missing a very important piece, which is the property that would be associated with that loan. So the next thing we have is you don't have a car listed. I think you can add property. You can add
Well, let's see. So you've got a car loan, but the problem that I see immediately with the car loan, looks like you have good balance and so on. It doesn't say what kind of car it is, but you have it listed as a mortgage. It should be listed as a car loan. So that's definitely something you're going to want to fix. Your assignment is going to be obviously out of whack until you get those two things corrected. Excuse me. Then once you've done that, you'll want to go and see if you can work on your data. So your debt strategies. So let's look at Brandon's plan real quick. I think Brandon's question might be helpful for everyone because he has. So Brandon, you said, let me just make sure I have your question correct. You're attempting to complete assignment 6 and you've run into an issue in the BayRock portal. You set up your mortgage, car payment, and credit card debt. But when you view the debt management tab, it expects you to pay the mortgage back within a month. So let's just go look and see what we have in your plan. So first of all, I'm going to go to your profile page and go to your net worth and see what you've got here. So you've got a loan, Brandon's mortgage. Your mortgage is not included in your plan. I'm not sure why, but I would say yes, you want that to be included in your plan. You've got property listed, and it is your primary home, and you own it, so that's good. I think your question, I think I see the problem. I think I see the solution in the problem. You need a purchase price here, and you also need to come up with a annual property tax. And for those of you who are watching this, the purpose of this tutorial to answer these questions is to help you see in your plan anything you might be missing. So this is information that I will be looking for when I grade your assignment, because part of your research was supposed to include how much are you going to have to pay in taxes. You need to know that when you buy a house, how much are the taxes. It makes a big difference in terms of the cost. And not only do you need to know that if you're buying a house, but you also need to know that in terms of your financial plan, if you want to make accurate projections about the cost of whatever it is you're trying to project. When you buy a home, you have taxes, you have insurance, and you have maintenance. Those three things are missing, Brandon, in your data card here, so you're going to want to correct that. But that's not going to solve your problem, because your real question was, it says that you're basically having to pay it off right away. And that's because you need to click Already Started. Make sure you update the purchase price, and then I think you'll see that your plan takes shape a little better in terms of what you're trying to do with your debt strategies. So I'm not going to correct your plans with these questions. I'm going to leave that to you and hope that this tutorial video is helpful, not just for you, but for other students who may have the same questions. Now, I do really want to kind of affirm and thank you for your questions, because these are the kinds of questions that help me help you, and I want this course to be as effective and efficient as possible. And so when you send me questions like Brandon and Melina did, be as clear as you can about the question. What is it you're trying to solve? What is the problem? What have you done to fix it? And so as you can see in this short video, basically I went into two plans and I just looked to see if the data was entered correctly. And it's basic information. You just want to kind of look around into each data card and think about each field, and that should make it pretty easy. So let's just see Brandon's car. It's a car loan. That's good. Brandon's mortgage. Not sure why you don't have it in your plan, but you know, again, I think if you just look at each data card and go field by field, if I'm building a financial plan, and even though it's very routine and I do it over and over, if I'm working with a client, I have to look at each one of these data fields. And so you want to do the same thing. Just, it will help you. I promise by going through each of these data fields, it will help you make a mental note of what's actually included in this financial plan. What is it we're trying to calculate? And when you calculate a mortgage, you've got the balance, you got a monthly payment, you got an interest rate, the original amount you paid for it, the type of loan that it is, we said the balance, what year the loan was originated, when did you buy the house. That's all in the mortgage data card. And then when you go to the property, you've got other information there that impacts your financial plan because it impacts your cost. And again, if you just look at each data card and look at each field, you will have to think through what are the pieces of the puzzle for your financial plan. Each financial plan, yours, mine, every person who has a financial plan, is made up of lots and lots of little pieces of information, little pieces of data. And those pieces of data are important. Things like inflation, things like interest rates, things like balances, all of those. So these data cards really help you unpack the minutia that goes into your plan. So I hope that helps. I appreciate the questions. Keep those questions coming, and I'll post this video in GroupMe. I'm assuming that your questions went to GroupMe before they came to me. That's the process we want to follow, because you want to give other students an opportunity to answer your question. Your questions were pretty simple, and I hope this helps. And I'm assuming that you sent them into GroupMe and no one was able to answer the questions. So you did the right thing by sending me an email and asking me to address your questions, and I'm happy to do that. So thanks for watching the video. I'll go ahead and post this video in the playlist in Money Study Group so that it's part of your semester's playlist of videos, but it'll also be posted on Missional Money at missionalmoney.com, and I will post it, I will include it, I will embed it in this post. The post title is Credit Crush Questions. So thanks for watching the video. I'll see you next time.